Long, long ago, in a peaceful countryside of Vietnam, where golden rice fields stretched toward the horizon and green bamboo groves whispered with the wind through all 4 seasons, there lived a poor young man known to everyone as Khoai. Khoai lost his parents when he was still very small. With no family to rely on, he grew up moving from house to house, helping anyone who needed an extra pair of hands. Some days he was paid with a bowl of rice or a piece of sweet potato, other days with nothing at all. Life was hard, yet Khoai never complained. Deep in his heart, he believed that heaven and earth were fair, and that a person who lived honestly would one day be rewarded. When he became a strong young man, Khoai went to work for the richest landowner in the region. The landlord's house was large and imposing, with tall gates, wide courtyards, and granaries always filled with rice. Buffaloes filled the stables, and servants came and went all day long. Despite his wealth, the landlord was infamous for his greed and deceit. He squeezed every drop of labor from the poor and never felt satisfied. Every day, before the rooster crowed, Khoai was already awake. He plowed the fields under the burning sun, cut grass for the buffaloes, carried heavy loads of rice, and worked until the moon rose high above the bamboo tops. At night, exhausted, he returned to a small hut behind the landlord's garden. Though his body ached, his heart remained calm and hopeful. The landlord had one daughter, gentle and kind, whose nature was completely different from her father's. She often noticed Khoai's hard work and quiet manners. Sometimes she secretly brought him food or medicine when he was sick. Over time, a sincere affection grew between them, silent but deep. When the landlord realized this, he formed a cunning plan. One day, he called Khoai to him and spoke with a false smile. He promised that if Khoai continued working diligently for 3 more years, he would allow Khoai to marry his daughter. Hearing these words, Khoai was filled with joy and gratitude. He bowed deeply, believing with all his heart that his future happiness was finally within reach. From that day on, Khoai worked harder than ever. He ignored illness, hunger, and exhaustion. Each swing of his hoe carried hope, and every long day in the fields brought him closer to the dream of a small home and a peaceful family life. 3 long years passed. When the promised day arrived, the landlord broke his word. Pretending to be troubled, he claimed that he had not yet found a suitable dowry. Then he set an impossible condition. Khoai must find a single bamboo tree with exactly 100 joints to be used as a carrying pole for the wedding. Only then would the marriage be allowed. Khoai was stunned. Bamboo grew everywhere in the village, but no bamboo tree could ever have 100 joints on a single stalk. Still, he did not argue. Holding on to the last thread of hope, he quietly entered the deep bamboo forest. The forest was vast and silent. Tall bamboo stalks stood close together, their leaves filtering sunlight into soft green shadows. The wind passed through them with a hollow sound, like ancient whispers. Day after day, Khoai searched. He counted joints carefully, cut bamboo, counted again, and failed every time. Fatigue and despair slowly filled his heart. One evening, as the sun sank behind distant hills, Khoai collapsed beneath an old bamboo tree. Tears flowed freely. It was not only the impossible task that broke him, but the pain of being deceived after years of loyalty and trust. At that moment, an old man with white hair and a long beard appeared, leaning on a wooden staff. His eyes were bright and compassionate. He asked Khoai why he was suffering. Through tears, Khoai told him everything from his lonely childhood to the landlord's broken promise. After listening, The old man nodded gently and said, "Do not despair. Cut exactly 100 bamboo joints and bring them here." Though confused, Khoai obeyed. When the 100 joints lay on the ground, the old man taught him to say, "Join together, join together." As soon as the words were spoken, a miracle happened. The 100 bamboo joints flew together and formed a single tall bamboo tree, straight and perfect, with exactly 100 joints. The old man then said, "When you wish to separate them, say, 'Come apart, come apart.'" With that, he vanished into the bamboo forest as quietly as he had appeared. Filled with joy and disbelief, Khoai carried the 100-joint bamboo back to the village. At that very moment, the landlord was preparing his daughter's wedding to a wealthy suitor. Villagers had gathered, and the courtyard was full of noise and laughter. Khoai placed the bamboo in the middle of the yard. The landlord laughed scornfully and stepped forward to examine it. The instant his hand touched the bamboo, Khoai shouted, "Join together, join together." Immediately, the landlord's hand stuck fast to the bamboo. No matter how hard he struggled, he could not pull away. Shocked and humiliated in front of everyone, he begged for forgiveness. Only after the landlord admitted his wrongdoing and promised to keep his word did Khoai say, "Come apart, come apart." The bamboo separated into individual joints once more, freeing the landlord. Ashamed and defeated, the landlord had no choice but to honor his promise. Khoai married the gentle young woman he loved. Together, they built a small house beside the bamboo grove and lived a simple yet happy life, respected by all in the village. From that day on, the landlord never dared to deceive others again. And the story of the 100-joint bamboo tree was passed down through generations, reminding people that greed and dishonesty will always be exposed, while patience, kindness, and honesty will eventually bring justice and happiness.